Hi guys, so I'm going to take you through today's workout, and there's a few different sections to today's workout. So my suggestion is to move through each of these movements as a warm-up, get comfortable with them, get used to them, and then start to look to add the load. Only when you add the load shall you start to count them as a working set. So the first part of today is going to be a few lunges, so we're looking at the lower half of the body. The first one, the lunge, grab a plate, grab a step outside. If you've got like a small pillow, if you've not got a plate, then go for that. You're simply going to stand on it, and you are going to take your foot back to lunge and then stand up. Try and keep your foot off the floor throughout the whole lunges, and also make sure that you take your foot far enough back or forward, whichever one you want to go for. Try mixing them up so that your back knee touches the floor whilst your front heel is still on the floor also. You're then going to move into skater squats. So take your feet out with your toes forward. When you go through these, the aim is to try and keep that back flat. However, as long as you're unloaded, it may be that as you go down into this squat, if you want to go to a decent squat level where your hip crease goes below your knee, you may lose that neutral spine. Suggestion here, keep your hands nice and high and fight for that position. Hips go back, knees go out, and stand. This is going to increase that ankle flexibility and the demand placed on the dorsiflexion of the ankle. So just keep that heel flat on the floor and just go as low as you can. Finally, you're going to go for 10 wide squats. So again, take your feet wider than your normal squat stance here. Because of this wide squat stance, it's going to mean you're not going to go as low in the squat. However, all of the other points of performance of the squat still need to be there. Knees need to be driving out as hard as you can. You'll notice my knees can still track in line with my toes even with wide legs. You want to send your hips back, which will allow your hips and your heels to move backwards, and just go as low as you can and then stand. You'll notice as I got to the bottom there, my knees started to come in. It's clearly telling me that I either need to push my knees out harder or I'm going too low. Once you move through that, which will be 4 sets, 10 step-ups on either the leg, 5 skater squats, so one foot slightly forward, other foot slightly forward. Then you're finishing with 10 wide squats, 4 rounds. You're going to move into a little bit of a dumbbell exercise. So if you've got a dumbbell, if you've got a kettlebell, if you've got a plate, all of this, that will work for this. Remember, practice these movements with a super light load and then start to increase the weight and only then start to count that as a set. You are going to move through 3 sets of this. You're going to do a stiff-legged deadlift, so an RDL into a curl. So say this is my dumbbell. I'm going to keep a soft knee but a flat back. I'm going to take it down to the floor, and I'm then going to curl it up with no hip movement. So straight legs, straight back, touch the floor, hips open, curl. You'll go through 8 of those. Then you're going to do 8 dumbbell rows, so 8 on each arm. Dumbbell row. This is a dumbbell or a kettlebell. I'm going to bend my knees and lean forward. May place my hand on something if I wish to. I'm going to reach as far to the floor as I can, pull that elbow in nice and tight, and then back down. That is 1 dumbbell row. Finally, you're going to finish with the skull crusher. So you lie on your back, you're going to hold your dumbbell above your head, and you are simply going to bring your dumbbell to the floor, trying to keep your elbow straight or parallel and back up. So the movement will look like this. Lying flat, up. Touch the floor, back up. Touch the floor, back up. If you've got a bench, if you've got a bed, then lie on the bed with your hands off the back so that you can take your hands further down and then up. Or alternatively, do it sat up like I just did then. Once you've done your 3 rounds there, which should be difficult but also with good technique, it's not for time, it's for technique, you'll move into your workout. 4-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible as Turkish get-ups. So you can switch your arms during this if you wish to, but what is a Turkish get-up? There's a very specific way to get up off the floor, so I'm going to talk you through it as I do it. You'll start leg on your back with your arms straight up. The other hand will go out to the side. That leg, which is in line with the dumbbell overhead, the opposite one will come up. You are then going to go to the elbow, straighten the arm. The straight leg is going to come through so that you're kneeling. Stand up. To go down, same format. Knee goes back. Arm still straight. Straight arm. Foot comes through. Elbow down, lie down, leg. Opposite arm, straight. arm out, bent leg, onto the elbow, straight up, foot comes through, come up, stand up, leg back, arm down, leg through, elbow, lie down. A few things to notice with the Turkish get up. You've got to go through it in that format, so you can't get up, you can't get down any other way. It's got to be that way. So keep the video on for the first few reps if you sort of forget in the sequence. Also, the aim here is to work on the stability of the arm and holding an object overhead. So if you're really struggling with the load that you've got, or if the load is really light, then hold it in the palm of your hand, which will increase that stability need a little bit more. Also, keep that arm which is straight above as close to your head as possible. It'll make your life a hell of a lot easier because you're keeping that weight close to your centre of mass. Guys, you can probably go a lot faster with the Turkish get-ups than you think. Please do try and do so, but keep that technique working beautifully. Enjoy!